everyone. Welcome back to the Jay and May English podcast. I'm May.
And I'm Mr. J, and today is a good one.
Yes, because today we are talking about something so many of you asked about, learning English while driving.
That's right. You're in your car, going to work, going to school, sitting in traffic.
And that time, most people just waste it. They listen to music, they think about lunch.
Nothing wrong with lunch. But what if that same time could change your English forever?
Exactly. So today, Mr. J and I are going to show you how to use your driving time to actually get better at English. Real tips, simple tips, tips you can start today.
No homework, no textbooks, just you, your car, and your phone.
I love it already. Let's go.
So, May, let me ask you something. When most people think about learning English, what do they think they need?
A classroom, a teacher, maybe a big expensive book?
Exactly. And that is the number one reason people stop learning. They think, I don't have time to sit and study. But here's the truth.
Oh, tell them, Mr. J.
You don't need to sit to learn. Your brain learns when it hears things repeatedly, naturally. And guess what activity gives you quiet, focused time every single day?
Driving.
Driving, commuting, sitting in traffic, even a short 10-minute drive every day, 5 days a week, that is almost 1 hour of English learning every week without changing your schedule at all.
Wait, so you're saying I don't need extra time, I just need to use the time I already have?
Perfectly said. And honestly, May, some of the best English learners I know, they never sat in a classroom. They just listened every day in their car.
Okay, that makes me feel so much better because I always feel guilty when I don't have time to study.
And you can let go of that guilt because from today, your car is your classroom.
I love that. Your car is your classroom. Someone write that down.
Now, before we jump into the tips, and we have some really good ones today, I want to say something to everyone listening right now. If you want tips like this every single week, tips that actually help you speak better, understand faster, and feel more confident in English,
Subscribe to this podcast. Seriously, we work so hard to make every episode useful for you. One click and every week a new English lesson comes right to you. No searching, no scrolling.
just press subscribe and we'll see you every week. Okay, now let's get into the good stuff.
Yes, tip number 1, please.
Okay, tip number 1. Listen to English that is just a little bit above your level.
Wait, above my level? Won't that be too hard?
Great question, and this is actually a very important idea in language learning. It has a name. Some teachers call it comprehensible input, but don't worry about the big words. Here's the simple version.
Please, yes, simple version.
If everything you listen to is too easy, you already understand 100%, your brain gets lazy. It doesn't work. It doesn't grow.
Okay, that makes sense.
But if everything is too hard, you understand 0%, you get frustrated, you give up.
Yes, that's me with movies sometimes. I understand nothing and I just give up.
Exactly. So the sweet spot, the perfect place, is when you understand maybe 70 to 80%. You get the main idea, but there are a few new words, a few new phrases, and your brain is working just a little bit to fill in the gaps.
Oh, so it's like exercise for your brain. Not too easy, not too hard.
Perfect analogy. Analogy, that means comparison. You compared learning to exercise. That's exactly right. So for beginners, this means don't start with fast American movies or complicated news shows.
What should beginners start with?
Start with podcasts for learners, like this one. Shows that speak a little slower, use simpler words, but still sound natural, not robotic.
Like when a real person explains something to a friend, not like a textbook.
Exactly like that. Now here's a simple trick for you, and I want everyone to hear this clearly.
Ooh, simple trick. I love these.
When you're driving, don't just passively listen. Passively, that means just hearing the sound without thinking. Instead, every few minutes, pause the audio and say out loud what you just heard in your own words.
Oh, like talking to yourself in the car?
Yes, and don't laugh. Talking to yourself in the car is one of the most powerful English practice tools. No one can hear you, no one will judge you, you can make mistakes freely.
Okay, honestly, I already talk to myself in the car, so now I just have to do it in English.
Now you're using that time twice as well. You're listening and speaking, two skills at the same time.
That's so smart. Okay, listeners, are you trying this? Because I'm going to start tomorrow morning on my way to work.
Good. Now, tip number 2, and this one, May, I think you are going to really like.
Tell me.
Repeat out loud after what you hear. This is called shadowing. Shadowing, like a shadow that follows you everywhere. You follow the speaker. You copy their words, their speed, their music. I mean, the way their voice goes up and down.
The rhythm?
Yes, the rhythm. And this is so important for beginners because pronunciation, the way you say words, is not just about individual sounds. It's about music. It's about flow.
Like when someone speaks English and it just sounds smooth, and when I speak, it sounds a little choppy.
Choppy, that means broken, not smooth, yes. And the reason some learners sound choppy is not because they don't know enough words, it's because they never practiced the music of English.
And shadowing fixes that?
Shadowing is one of the best tools for exactly that. You hear a sentence, you repeat it immediately. Same speed, same emotion, same rhythm. Your mouth gets used to the sounds, your brain connects the meaning to the sound, and slowly, it becomes natural.
Okay, wait. Can we try? Like right now?
Let's do it. I'll say a simple sentence. Everyone listening, repeat after me out loud, even if you're driving, especially if you're driving. Ready?
Ready.
I'm learning English every day, and I'm getting better.
I'm learning English every day, and I'm getting better. That felt good.
Did you notice I'm getting better? The stress is on better, not I'm getting better. The emphasis, the strong word, changes the feeling of the sentence.
Whoa, I never noticed that before.
That's what shadowing teaches you, not just what to say, but how to say it. And you can only learn that by hearing it and repeating it, not by reading it in a book.
This is why driving practice is so powerful, because you're doing it with your voice, not your eyes.
Beautifully said. Okay, we are right in the middle of the episode now, and I want to stop for a second.
Ooh, is it quick question time?
It is quick question time. May, you want to do the honors?
Yes. Okay, everyone, pause the podcast right now. Seriously, pause it. And in the comments, I want you to write your answer to this question.
The question is,
What do you usually listen to in the car? Music? Silence? Another podcast? Tell us. Write it in the comments right now. We read every single comment, and it helps us make better episodes for you.
we genuinely love seeing your answers. It takes 2 seconds, and it means the world to us. Okay, back to the tips.
Tip number 3.
Tip number 3. Use English podcasts and audio that tells stories.
Stories? Why stories?
Because the human brain is wired, connected, designed for stories. When you hear a story, your brain pays attention automatically. You want to know what happens next.
That's true. Like when I watch a drama, even in a language I don't fully understand, I keep watching because I want to know, does she find out? Does he come back?
Exactly. And that emotional connection, that curiosity, is what keeps your brain engaged. Engaged means active, switched on, paying attention.
So instead of just listening to English grammar explanations, which, no offense, Mr. J,
None taken.
can get a little boring, listen to stories in English.
For beginners, there are wonderful podcasts with very simple English stories, short ones, 5 to 10 minutes, and they use everyday vocabulary. Vocabulary means the words we use, everyday words, words you actually need.
Like, what kind of stories?
Stories about real people, simple adventures, even fairy tales told in simple English. The story keeps you listening, and while you listen, the language is going into your brain without you even realizing it.
That is sneaky. I love it. It's like hiding vegetables in a delicious meal.
That is a perfect way to put it. The story is the delicious meal, the English is the vegetables.
And you don't even taste them going in.
Now, this part is vital. I want everyone to really hear this next point.
Okay, everyone listen up. Vital means very, very important.
Thank you, May. The vital point is this: consistency beats intensity. Consistency, that means doing something regularly, every day or most days. Intensity, that means doing a lot in one session.
So it's better to listen for 15 minutes every day than to listen for 3 hours on Sunday?
100%. Your brain learns language through repetition over time, not through marathon sessions once a week. Think about how babies learn to talk. Do they study for 3 hours on Sunday?
No, they hear language all day, every day, little by little.
And slowly it builds. This is why your daily commute is so powerful. It is built-in consistency. You drive every day, so you learn every day, without even trying to create a habit.
Because the habit is already there. You're already driving. You just change what you listen to.
That is the whole secret, honestly. It is not about working harder. It's about being smarter with the time you already have.
Okay, I have a question that I think a lot of listeners are wondering.
Go ahead.
What about listening to English songs in the car? Does that count? Does that help?
Great question. Songs are wonderful. They're great for pronunciation, for rhythm, for feeling the emotion of the language. And they're very good for memorizing phrases. Memorizing means learning something so well you remember it without trying.
Because you sing it so many times, it just stays in your head.
Exactly. But, and this is important, songs alone are not enough for beginners, because song English is sometimes very different from spoken English. The grammar is sometimes unusual, the vocabulary is sometimes old or poetic.
Poetic, like more artistic, not everyday language.
Right. So use songs as a fun bonus. A bonus is something extra, something additional. But for your main learning, focus on natural spoken English, podcasts, audio stories, English radio designed for learners.
So songs are the dessert. Podcasts are the main meal.
You're very good with the food comparisons today.
I'm hungry.
Okay, tip number 4, and this one is quick but very powerful.
Hit me.
Talk back to the audio. When the speaker asks a question, answer it out loud in your car.
Even if no one can hear me?
Because no one can hear you. This is your safe space. Your car is your private English laboratory. A laboratory, a place where you experiment, you try things, you make mistakes safely.
So if the podcast asks, "What did you do this weekend?" I actually say my answer out loud?
Yes, you say it out loud. Maybe it's short, maybe it's just 2 words, that's fine. But you are producing language. Producing, making, creating, putting it out into the world, not just receiving it.
Because just listening is passive, but answering out loud, that's active.
And active learning is always faster, always stronger. Your speaking improves dramatically. Dramatically means by a lot. When you practice speaking, even alone, even imperfectly.
This is something I wish someone told me years ago, because I used to think I'll practice speaking when my English is good enough, but that's backwards.
That is completely backwards. You get good at speaking by speaking, not before. There is no good enough to start. You start imperfect and you improve.
Imperfect is okay. Imperfect is normal. Say it with me, listeners. Imperfect is okay.
I love that energy. Now, let me give you one final simple trick before we go to the recap.
Ooh, what is it?
Create a driving English playlist. A playlist, a list of audio content you have ready to go. So the moment you get in your car, you press play immediately. No searching, no deciding. It's already there, waiting for you.
Because if you have to search and choose when you get in the car, sometimes you get lazy and just put on music instead.
Exactly. Remove the friction. Friction, the resistance, the difficulty, the small obstacles that stop you from starting. The easier you make it to start, the more likely you are to actually do it.
So prepare your playlist the night before, or keep it always updated, so every morning you just press play and go.
And rotate it. Rotate means change, switch around, rotate your content. Some days an English podcast, some days an audio story, some days a shadowing exercise. Keep it fresh so your brain stays interested.
Keep it fresh. I love that. Like you wouldn't eat the same meal every single day. Change it up.
Back to food again.
I really need to go eat after this episode.
Okay, let's do our recap because I want to make sure everyone leaves today with these tips clear and ready to use.
Yes, let's go through them quickly. Tip number 1.
Listen to English that is just a little above your level. Not too easy, not too hard. That sweet spot where you understand most of it, but your brain is still working a little.
Tip number 2.
Shadow the audio. Repeat out loud. Copy the rhythm, the speed, the music of the language. This fixes your pronunciation and makes your English flow naturally.
Tip number 3.
Choose content that tells stories. Stories keep you listening, and while you listen for the story, your brain absorbs the English without even trying.
Tip number 4.
Talk back to the audio. Answer questions out loud. Produce language, don't just receive it. Your car is your private English laboratory.
And the bonus tip?
Build your driving English playlist in advance. Remove the friction. Make it easy to press play the moment you get in the car. Consistency, every day a little bit, beats doing a lot once a week.
And remember, imperfect English spoken every day is better than perfect English that stays silent.
That might be the best sentence of this whole episode.
I'll take it.
So to everyone listening right now, your commute, your drive, your time in traffic, it is not wasted time. It is learning time. It is growth time. And now you have the tools to use it.
And before we go, we have one final question for you, and we really, really want you to answer this one in the comments.
The question is, how long is your daily commute or drive? 5 minutes? 30 minutes? An hour?
And what are you going to listen to tomorrow during that drive? Tell us in the comments. Write it right now while you're thinking about it. Your comment might inspire someone else who is reading.
We love this community. We love your dedication to growing your English, and we are so glad you spent this time with us today.
If this episode helped you, share it with one friend who is also learning English. One friend, that's all. Help them find their car classroom too.
And subscribe if you haven't already. Every week, we bring you practical, real, simple English tips, just like today.
This is May.
And Mr. J.
Saying keep learning, keep driving, and we'll see you in the next episode.
Take care, everyone.
Bye.